Greetings YouTube! First and foremost, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My name is Lieutenant Gold, and it's time for the week 9 of the PCL D-League versus Dreadful Dragonite, coach of the Los Ampharos, another homie from the West Coast, I should say. He's like, the dude apparently lives like 30 to 40 minutes away. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Um, but yes, so we came back from a 6-0 victory last week, so we got to make sure that we stay on that end foot. We should be at an even record once again. But yeah, no, this team that my opponent has, which I'm going to be putting on the screen right now, is pretty threatening. He's going to have the Mega Metagross, the Zygarde 50%, the Mew, the Arcanine, the Feeny, the Snorlax, the Hawlucha, the Piloswine, the Sceptile, the Manabuzz, and the Shuckle. Yeah, so his team, as you can tell, is more on the physically offensive side. Obviously, he has a Mew and a Feeny, and I guess a Sceptile, if you count Sceptile being physical. But I'm more scared of his physical threats. The man has freaking Mega Metagross, Zygarde 10, Mew. Like, what the hell? Yeah, he with Hawlucha, this and Tapu Fini. Very threatening team. But let's go over the team I'm bringing versus the Dreadful Dragonite. First off, we're going to have Rendoberry Jellicent with Acid Armor, Recover, Scald, and Ice Beam. Rendoberry is going to be for the Sceptile, just in case he brings, and the spread is going to allow me to live either a Leaf Blade or a Leaf Storm from said Sceptile. More of the specially defensive set, but with Acid Armor, so that I don't get swept by any of his defensive stat. I'm reading my notes. Yeah, I mean, I could switch in this onto the Mega Metagross, for example, onto the Zygarde because I live a Banded Outrage, and then once I Acid Armor, I live another Banded Outrage, and then I could just recover Acid Armor back to back. The special defense allows me to live a Z Thunder from you, even after rocks. I'm very scared. I have a hunch that he's going to bring a very offensive setup Mew. With like with like Bolt Beam, for example. So it's something like Z Thunderbolt, Z Thunder is what I'm expecting him to bring, because electric moves kind of hit my team pretty hard. Bolt Beam is something I don't really appreciate, so definitely expect him to bring that. Yeah, so this set is going to be allow me to live a Z Thunder and then go for either Scald or Ice Beam. I want to make sure that I burn the Z move early on, so that way I could kind of revenge. Next up, we're going to have Naganadel with Nasty Plot, Dragon Pulse, Sludge Wave, Flamethrower with E-Belt, Max Speed. More of a standard set. Max Speed, so I can outspeed any unburned mons after +1. So this will allow me to outspeed the Hawlucha or the Sceptile respectively. This is kind of after a little bit of chip. If I start getting some if I start getting a speed boost, I could just win the game, basically. Those 3 attacks just allow me to kind of just take his team down. Next up, we're going to have the Jellicent. This is based with Psych Up, Earth Power, Moonblast, and Diamond Storm. Max speed as well. For the Mega Metagross, I don't think he brings Bullet Punch, and if he does, I have 2 switch-ins for it, so I'm not too worried. Psych Up is so... It's more niche, just in case if he brings setup Snorlax. I could Psych Up, or let's say if he has Curse Lax, I could Psych Up, and then I could 1v1 it with Diamond Storm, or with Moonblast, for example, because he won't. If I Psych Up, then Earthquake never 2-KOs. So yeah, that's that. I'm very scared of Curse Lax. Yeah. Next up, we're going to have Backbone Celesteela with Leaf Seed, Protect, Iron Defense, Heavy Slam. This set I'm very excited for. Leaf Seed, Protect, Iron Defense allows me to 1v1 either Mega Metagross, even with Thunder Punch. Allows me to 1v1 if physical Zygarde, even if he's banded. It will allow me to live to set up on even on Hawlucha, because High Jump Kick never 2-KOs with this amount of physical defense. The only thing that will 2-KO me, if I'm not set up any iron defenses, will be a banded Adamant Arcanine. And even then, I can protect Leech Seed it with leftovers. I should be out of range of his second Flare Blitz, and then Heavy Slam should be doing quite a good amount of damage. But yeah, any physical threat that he has, I should be able to 1v1 it. This Heavy Slam also deals a whole lot of damage on things like the Hawlucha, because it 2-Kos. It doesn't do too much to Zygarde, unfortunately, but it does about half to 30-ish% to just standard max HP Feeny as well. And then speed is just for potential creeps. Yeah, so this, I'm very scared of his physical threats. So you have me with, that's why I'll have the Jellicent with Acid Armor and the Celesteela with Iron Defense. I want to make sure I boost up my defensive stats as early as possible and try to sweep from there. Next up, we have Jolteon with Choco Berry. With Shadow Ball, HP Ice, Thunderbolt, and Roar. The speed is going to be for a I believe Mega Metagross, I believe is what it was. Nope, it was for the Hawlucha. For Hawlucha, if he's not unburdened. And then Roar is going to be for just in case he starts setting up with Snorlax, he tries to get comfortable. I could live a +2 Earthquake and with the Choco Berry, and I can with because I have, as you can tell, a whole lot of defenses. This will also allow me to live a +2,000 arrow, +1,000 arrow from Adamant Zygarde, and then 2 Koi with HP Ice. So if he has Coil, if he has Dragon Dance, I will allow me to 2 Koi with HP Ice, and then Shadow Ball is just going to be for the Mega Metagross. Next up, we have, and lastly, we have Cementos, the Conkeldurr, with an Ayapapa Berry, Knockoff, Bulk Up, Ice Punch, Drain Punch. No priority this time around. Hopefully, it doesn't bite me in the butt. But Bulk Up, so we're going to be boosting our physical defense as well. If he doesn't have Zen Headbutt on his Mega Metagross, which is actually pretty possible, I can bulk up on it, and with the combination of Drain Punch and Knockoff, chip it down really easily. Probably gonna be clicking Drain Punch against the Mega Metagross. But I have a lot of HP and a lot of Spadef, and then some speed as well. The speed, not gonna lie to you guys, I forgot what it was for. I believe it was for an invested Piloswine. That sounds about right. Yeah, it's going to be for the Piloswine. The Spadef allows me to live a Unium Z Psychic with the Ayapapa Berry if I'm, I believe, over 70%. Not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't prep a whole lot from you. It's gonna be a bit of a threat. I thought Knockoff was gonna 2-Ko it, and then after, when I built the team and it was already Gen, I was getting ready to battle, I realized that Knockoff was doing like maybe 30%. So, yeah, Mew is kind of looking like a threat, not gonna lie. I do have his Celesteela, but like I said, if he brings a Z Thunderbolt or Z Thunder, it's gonna be pretty annoying. So hopefully he doesn't have Psychic. That's kind of my hope on it. That way I could start clicking knockoff and stuff like that. I need to be at +2 in order to be 2-Koing it if he's Z move. So yeah, that's going to be the team. I will see you guys in the battle. Alright, and we're back with a battle. So I just went over to my team, obviously with a team builder, but we're going to have a Rendo Berry Jellicent, a E-Build, next block 3 attacks Naganadel, I believe 3 attacks Psych Up, Mega Diancie, a physically defensive Celesteela with Iron Defense, a very physically defensive Choco Berry Jolteon, and a Spadef Ayapapa Berry Conkeldurr. My opponent is going to be bringing the Snorlax, the Mega Metagross, the Zygarde, the Mew, Shrug, and the Feeny, as well as the Hawlucha. So very threatening team, very setup oriented as well. So as long as I could keep up some type of pressure, I wouldn't be able to be crushed by his setup. As for leads, I live with Jolteon. I mean with the Jellicent, sorry, because it kind of dealt with everything on his team, other than the Feeny, and I didn't really expect him to lead with Feeny when I had Jolteon, Celesteela, and a Naganadel. Yeah, I mean, because he could be scared to have Will-O-Wisp, and he wouldn't want any of his physical threats to be burnt. So I'm going to be leading with the Jellicent. He's going to be leading with the Snorlax. which is a pretty good lead. I mean, it kind of fares pretty well versus the ANC and stuff like that, because that's my only stealth rocker, quote-unquote stealth rocker for this team. And we're going to be issued a battle versus Anas. Good luck, have fun, buddy. I'm sure it'll be a good match. So I sent out the Jellicent as he's going to go into Jimmy, his Snorlax, shiny Snorlax. I didn't even tell during the battle. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go off and fire off a Scald, that way I can kind of see what type of set he is. He's going to go into the Tapu Fini and lay up the Misty Surge, or Misty Terrain, so any chances of me trying to burn any of his mons is pretty much voided at this point. And then from this Scald damage, it seemed like he was just in a max HP set. He's gonna get all that HP back with the leftovers. Here I make the obvious switch into the Celesteela. There's not much he can do to me other than Nature's Madness. Completely forgot that was a move. Yeah, I completely forgot that Nature's Madness was a move. Obviously he misses, so a little bit of hacks on our end, but he's going to reveal that he has taunt, revealing that he has a little bit of speed, I believe, because I think I had a little bit of speed on my Celesteela if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna switch out because Heavy Slam is only doing like 30ish% to max HP set, as he's going to fire off Nature's Madness. This Tapu Fini is a beta pain in my ass. The only thing that I have for it is going to be the Jolteon. So I need to make sure I get the Jolteon in, because I could 2-ko it pretty easily. He's going to taunt my Jellicent, so I'm unable to recover. But now the Misty Terrain has disappeared, so I could go for a Scald and try to get a Fish or Burn on something. He's going to go for the Nature's Madness once again, bring me down to literally 75%, 25%. He dealt 75%. As I'm going to go for a Scald, it did hardly anything. However, we do get the burn we were trying to get right off the bat, so I'm pretty happy. It's going to nullify the leftovers he's getting back, so it's going to cripple that Fini a little bit, which is definitely going to be helpful on my side. The hacks are definitely helping me out on this one. They helped me out last week too versus Alex, and now they're helping me out. Not predicting either Nature's Madness or a taunt, more likely a taunt. I go into my Jolteon as he's going to miss Nature's Madness once again, which definitely sucks. But yeah, I'm pretty free to click a Thunderbolt because I was trying to bait out the Zygarde and 2-ko it with HP Ice. However, he does go into Jimmy the Snorlax as I go for a Thunderbolt, and I'm doing a little bit of damage, about 20ish%, revealing that he has no spread investments and only HP investments from what I can tell. He's going to go for a return as I go into my physically defensive Celesteela. It had a pretty good chunk, it had about 30ish%, on 30 HP, sorry. But I'm gonna get some of that back with the leftovers. Here at this point, I'm gonna Iron Defense, sorry. Just because if he wants to switch into the Metagross, or if he wants to go into the Zygarde, he's going to reveal to have Thunder Punch, and that did no damage. That was a super effective move, guys. He later revealed that he was max attack adamant, I believe, so that did hardly anything. I'm going to go to the lead for the lead seed here, try to get some health back, make sure I can 1v1 the Snorlax, even though he has Thunder Punch. He's doing literally no damage. However, he does paralyze me, so the hacks bite me back in the ass. And it's kind of unfortunate because now my Celesteela doesn't outspeed the Snorlax, so I'm no longer able to set up on it as effectively as I would prior. However, I'm gonna get that lead seed damage back and put me back all the way to full. I almost double clicked on the lead seed here, predicting the Tapu Fini to come in, but however I just went for the Iron Defense. I think that was a misplay on my end. Definitely should have lead seeded, predicting the Fini to come in. Even it was a no drawback because I was 1v1ing the Snorlax anyways, so I definitely think that was a misplay on my end. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to full with thanks to the leftovers, as he's going to be burnt off and kept being chipped. I'm going to switch into my Jolteon here, predicting another taunt, because I'm assuming he would want to favor taunt over Nature's Madness. Otherwise, I could lead seed the Fini. But I get my Jolteon safely against the Fini once again. I'm kind of hoping that he would go into the Snorlax, not the Snorlax, the Zygarde this time around. But unfortunately, he just goes from one fat thing to another and goes right back to the Snorlax, which is a bit annoying, really. But I'm gonna go for a Thunderbolt, do a little bit of chunk damage, hardly anything. Here at this point, I kind of predict him to go for a Thunder Punch, predicting my Celesteela. So I stay in and go for a Thunderbolt, try to get his berry popped. He's going to real to be Figgy Berry, and then thanks to the Volt Absorb, he's not going to be able to do any damage back to me. And here I'm going to switch into my Jellicent, predicting him to go for either a return or a recycle. Because I believe the terrain peters out this turn, yeah, so he would be forced to go into the Feeny here, so I can go for a recover. However, he goes into the Mew, which is, you know, the beginning of our demise. I'm gonna recover, get almost back to full, about 75-ish to 80%, as he's gonna go for a Nasty Plot, and this is where like, oh no, not like this. Not like this. I'm gonna go for a Scald, get a little bit of chip damage. I'm gonna do about like 25%. And then I'm going to go into my Jolteon because thinking I can outspeed. Hopefully he gets greedy and goes for another Nasty Plot, because from this range I can kill it with Shadow Ball. But unfortunately he goes for Rock Polish and then is able to outspeed my entire team. So he's gonna click Psychic and knock out my Jolteon. From this point, I know I live a plus 2 Psychic thanks to my berry and my huge amount of Spadef investment. So I'm going to eat away my pop-up or whatever berry it is for the what's it called? For the berry, and then click knockoff. And as you can tell, it's not gonna do a whole lot. It does reveal to me that he is Z move, however. I think in Team Builder I said Papa, but I changed it to the Psychic Berry. That's my fault, guys. But yeah, he's gonna knock me out with the Psychic. Conkeldurr's gonna get knocked out, and then I go into my Celesteela. It's a roll for him to. I mean, he doesn't kill me with Psychic, so I'm kind of trying to see if he has maybe Ice Beam. I'm going to protect here to see what he has. He's gonna reveal Flamethrower. I'm like, okay, I can potentially live a Flamethrower. It's a 30% chance for him to kill me. I can do this, and then Heavy Slam would be doing good. And nope, I'm just dead. I straight up die. Yeah, he actually turned out to be no speed, modest Mew with yeah, no speed with Rock Polish for whatever reason. And he's gonna he's gonna finally reveal the Z move. He's gonna Supernova, whatever it's called, Genesis Supernova. He's gonna freaking DNA Spirit Bomb me. Man, this animation is pretty long. Yeah, but this is obviously going to blow back my Jellicent. It was a chance to live a plus 2 Psychic from this range, I believe. It was not in my favor, but obviously Z move, I do not live. But he's going to have the Psychic Terrain, and this is when I'm like, well, I just lose. Because Diancie would live a Psychic without the Psychic, a plus 2 Psychic, but not in Psychic Terrain, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega here. Get my Mega animation off, as he's just going to hit Psychic, and he's plus 2 in the terrain, so there's no way I can live this. Especially when he gets a crit. That killed like 5 Diancies. Rip. And then lastly, I go into my Naganadel. There's obviously no way I can live this. If I was Scarf, fun fact, I would have outsped because he decided to run no speed. But yeah, I am not Scarf, so I lose, which is you know, unfortunate. So we are going to get 6-0'd right after 6-0ing last week. But yeah, no, obviously GG to Dreadful Dragonite. I guess it was a pretty good game. I straight up got bodied, so, you know, the remaining wheelchair, call me Brand, you know. But yeah, I will see you guys next week for the week 10. Because I lost 6-0, I'm in a position where I have to win next week. And in order, I need Aaron to lose next week as well. Now, Aaron battles Devious Ditto. Devious Ditto has not had a single W in his entire PCL run. So your boy is dependent on the one winless wonder to get his first W of the season in order to make playoffs. So it's been fun. Thanks for having me, PCO. Hopefully Ditto manages to win versus Aaron. In the meantime, I will see you guys next week. I will definitely try my best to, to come up with a W. Alright, bye.